Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of the Pixel Art Software tutorial series. And today we are going to make a system in which we can scale our canvas size and we're going to set a limit of our canvas size. So let's start. First of all, open. Yep, you need to open your Unity project. Make sure that you are in the canvas selection scene. Yeah, so this is what we made last time. Now let's do one thing that let's create an UI legacy and an image. Let's name that image scalar. Last tutorial was so big, man. So the scalar tutorial, the scalar like canvas scalar will be like that. So now canvas, not canvas BG, canvas type, and then canvas shouldn't BG. Just copy this, paste it. Yep, we only want that. Now, let's see this. Let's see this. So this will be canvas size. Let's move it a little bit more up. Let's make its size to like color to like the same color. And now let's take an empty game object in the UI elements. Name it canvas size. Yeah, canvas size. Then put this inside the scalar spelling system. Scalar BG. That's good. Scalar background. Now we can just create a new text and name that text. Okay, let's name it canvas size txt. Then let's increase its size to about there. It's a heading, so let's do it like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Center it. Then change its size to about 70. Yup. Make it bold. And let's name it something good. Let's name it. Oh, yeah. We can name it canvas size. That's a good thing. Now, let's make two input fields. So, input field, it should be a legacy input field. Let's name it height. Yep, this is height. Let's scale it right there. Yep, right there. That's our height panel. That's our height panel. Yep, that's our height. That's our height. Now the placeholder, let's increase the placeholder size to 30, oh, 50. And then just bring it like that. And then text size also 50. So why did you use input field? You will see. Oh, oh no. Let's increase. Did I increase the placeholder size? Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, placeholder. Let's make the placeholder size to 14. Now let's make it to 50. 650, 50 in our height. That's done. Now let's hit the play button and I'm going to show you what we want to do. Like if we need to make sure that we can type numbers. Oh, that's so small. Maybe I forgot to do this. Yep, I forgot. Let's make it a 40. Yeah, that's good. Now let's see. We need also text. So yeah. So now let's check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, we got a lot of. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create another like texture, not texture, a text. Let's name it txt, and then let's scale it, put it there. Yeah. Then what we can do, we can just center it up, spice it up. 30, boom, 55, 80 height, and now we can just duplicate that. Name this width, width, and let's name this to width. Let's move these guys. You want to move that middle one. Let's move this like that. I didn't mean to delete that. Exposition like that. Yup. Let's change this to width. That is a simple system. I don't think we need a placeholder, so let's just remove a placeholder. Something's wrong. Oh yeah, this thing's wrong. Let's move it a little bit closer. That's good. So you have a canvas size, but canvas size doesn't work. Yeah, canvas size didn't work. So let's come into our scripts folder, right click, create a script, name it canvas size. And these are all the canvas scripts. And remember, we're still in the canvas. Yeah, we're still in the canvas, so the canvas script. And by the way, I'm using Visual Studio Code because it helps me in all directions. So, what we are going to do is we are going to put .ui. What? Oh, it's reloading. Please load fast. So let me explain. So in the next episode, what we can do is like we can just make a system that will display the name. That's a good thing. Now let's start. So here first, public, and one thing we need that matters is public int max limit underscore width. So width is equal to 1920. And now public int max limit height is equal to 1080. Yep. Now what we are going to do is public int min limit, like minimum limit width, and it's equal to 0. And then just copy this line. Oh, see, a big mistake. We're not using floats, right? Can't put any floating value. Let's make this floats. Float, float, float. Sorry, int float. Just change the name to height. 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 There, we have our 4 variables. Now let's get a game object public. Game object. Let's name that game object height text and public. Another game object, and you guessed it, it's width text. Done. Save it, come back to Unity, and then jump back into code editor. So here we have a simple variables laid out. So let's start programming. So public void, and let's name it width controller with controller, and let's give it another two more variables into the static public static, and let's name it bool, not bool, public static string, and let's name it height public static string width. So this will store the current width. Now, one thing we need to first do is in our method, we need to check that. Let's create a different public void height underscore width underscore rule. And this is the rule of these. So like if um, if height text get component, and let's name it text, not name it, let's look at the text component text is not equal to int. So let's make a variable public int index. Let's make a for this. So like here for what we need to do is int I is equal to 0. I is not equal to 1920 I plus plus. So that's the thing that we want here, and let's create a variable here. So public int store a float. So float bar float. We can give it a name like width index. Yeah, width index. Now what we will do is like width index plus width index plus equals to I. So if it's not equal to width index oh man, this is kind of hard. Oh, we will fix that next part because we're gonna divide the series like this episode into two parts. So Width and height rule is if it is equal to, say, if it's not equal to width index dot string. Yeah. So like we're gonna work on this rule on the next episode. I just need to think about it. So let's work for size now. So yeah, so with controller, so like we're gonna get components, the text, so height text dot get component wasn't height controller and the height text dot get component, and we're gonna just do one thing, that text like that. So we're gonna do is the text, we're gonna get component the text, and what we will do is ah man, let's make these guys string 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 and string with these guys string with these guys in double quotations because we're working with text, so this won't work. Yeah. So now what we can do is like that text. So like the txt is equal to, so let's make a string that height. And now what we can do is let's duplicate that, paste it back down there. Let's name it width, and now let's name this guy. Like change the name of this guy to width text dot width. There, we have a width and height. So now we are going to check in these methods that if we with text copy this whole thing, copy paste it, that it's all equals between the greater, so greater than with max limit width, like greater than text is greater than max limit width. So it should be like this. So like here I can see that max limit width, and what's the problem? What? Didn't I change it to string? No, I'm not doing that. Oh, with index. No, it's not with index. With text. Yeah, with text. What's the problem? The text is greater than equal is like equal to max limit width. So then we can just do one thing that let's see the canvas size, height, width, or in these guys text. So we can do is that sort of hard to like explain. So in these objects we can just do that. I'm just gonna play and check for one thing. I can't really explain that good. If it touches the limit, what we are going to do is we are going to print, and let's print. You have touched. Do not go forward and print. And this thing should be for the same as here, but we are going to change some height, height, and this is max limit height. So that's done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to do same, but do not go any backward. So do not go backward. Min limit, min limit height. Copy this whole thing, like copy this whole thing, paste there, and let's do it like min limit width. Let's name it. Let's name it. Why do I keep saying name it? So that's a simple function, but it won't change the size. So we can do one thing that. So we have said that. So like, let's do one thing that's height. Now let's do this or the same thing. Like height is equal to. Let's make it a width. So like if width is equal to so width copy paste it. So now that's good for us. Whew, that's good. Now let's just call these methods in the update method with controller. Let's make it a height controller. Great, done. A simple programming. Yep, that's not it for the size controller. So you're thinking, how am I gonna control the size? This episode is gonna go for part two. Yep, this episode is the long one. So let's just create an empty and name it canvas size. This is a long episode, man. So hide text. So hide text. This is with text and now hide text. Yeah, done. Right? Let's now check. If we like do a 0, it should print that what we want it to print, like this. Like 0. Huh? Let me see. And besides, something is going wrong here. Max limit width, max limit height. So with text equal to that, let's print it. So like let's print these. So like print width. We're just checking. We're gonna print it and let's print height down here. I know. This episode is getting about 100 hours, about 1 hour. That's I don't know. We're doing a job, something. Oh man, I wish you all wait for the next part because the next part is gonna come tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like that. Like in the weekends, I'll upload episode fast. So it says now. And it's still printing now, so something's wrong about here. Oh, got it. So what we need to do is like height equal to like that. What's the problem? Font text. This can be a problem. I got the problem, but this is sort of confusing. So let's do one thing that public text txt height txt. So height txt, and now what let's do is like height txt to that. And now what we do is like height is equal to height txt. What? Height txt dot text. Yeah, that should solve the problem. So let's just do that. And now let's do the same thing. Or like here, let's name a variable with txt. Yep, we don't have with txt, but for now, let's just make with txt with text. Now up here, copy this, paste it. Let's name it with txt. So with txt, you're thinking, oh man, so much work. Yeah, so much work. Whew. We have a lot to do in the next part of this because this was just the first part and we didn't even have the size. Like, are you telling me the truth? So let's do it. Yeah. Now let's check. Everything should work according to the plan. If it doesn't work, we're gonna solve it sort of in the next episode or something like that. Let's see. I'll just make nothing is working. Oh yeah, this is working. Now if we do it like that. Let's do one thing. Let's stop printing these like these. Yeah, I forgot to do that, but after I came back, I thought that that would be kind of funny. Not funny, like Yeah, I'm not that good at explaining. So, here we are. This wasn't a good day for us. Like, we didn't do that much. But yeah, it was a good day. So now let's check. So if I do it 0, it prints. Don't go backward. Okay. Do this 0. Does it print? No. Something is wrong with the width. Height is working. Width. What's wrong? Oh, got it. That's the wrong case. Width. There. Now it should work. Both height and width. And this is the way we will continue. Right. So let's start. You were thinking, so how are we gonna convert those? No worries, no worries. We will do something. Oh, height 0 starts printing, it stops printing. It's 0, it starts printing. 1920. Oh, it starts printing. Don't go forward. 1920. Height. Hello, height. Hello, height. What's wrong with the height now? 1920. So something's wrong with the height. Minimum limit height. Max limit height. Hmm. This is kind of confusing. Why isn't it printing? Let's try again. Let's try again. Then don't go forward in height, or else we check again. 1920. Oh, not 1920. No, it's not working. Ah, max limit height is not 1920. 1080. Man, I forgot about that. It's like 1080. Yep, it's working. Yes, so friends, that's all for the first part of this episode. Thanks for watching.